Hello, welcome to my marriage gym where we work out healthy marriages. My name is Enapas. Thanks for the likes, the shares, and the feedback. Today I'm going to be talking about when love loses its spark. After the initial euphoria of the honeymoon days, love actually settles down and becomes a routine for a whole lot of people. Life becomes a routine after the first 2 years for those who are able to sustain the honeymoon high days. And at this patch, boredom sets in. The boredom is not with your spouse. You still would love your spouse, but you are just bored because life is happening. So many other things are occupying your attention: work, career, business, children might come in. And when life happens, boredom can actually come into marriages, and this is the reality. Typically, in the first 10 years of married life, people tend to stop somewhere along the line. They begin to introspect. Am I really where I'm supposed to be? Am I in the right relationship? Am I with the right person? Researchers, for want of a better word, have tagged this season or this phenomenon the 7-year itch. And I would like to read to you from the Urban Dictionary what it says. It says the 7-year itch is a point that a lot of couples go through. It is the point when you've been together for so long that you're tired and bored with your partner, but you have not been together long enough to have accepted the rhythm that is being in a relationship. Some people miss being single and would like a different partner. Other people just miss the freedom of being single and having no strings attached, but they do not want another partner. It is a rough patch in a relationship, they say. I agree. It's been said that a lot of guys go into adultery or have what is called wandering affection at this season. Of course, the 7 years each has been debunked as a myth in certain circles. But we cannot just dismiss and say, oh, nothing happens, things flow. During this period, every marriage would go through, if you've been married 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and even above. Sometimes you will hit that patch that life is so routine that you begin to wonder, is this really what life is all about? Am I in the right place? Am I getting the best? What do I have to show for this relationship after this length of time? So people go through it every now and then. Now, we should address this when it comes, because if this feeling or emotion, as it were, is allowed to linger, it can significantly impact on the relationship in the long run. Now, I would like to give us some tips on how to keep the blues away, for want of a better word, how to keep the blues away when the emotional high of love begins to ebb. Somebody wrote this, and I quote, it says, remember that most marriages are like hot bath. Once you get used to it, it is not so hot. To avoid this problem, you have to keep running the hot water. Yes, you have to keep running the hot water for the love to run hot at all seasons. Because actually it's been established that most people have wandering affections when they have lost the spark in their marriage. Right now, the statistics is becoming so fearsome. People are going into pornography. Why would somebody go into pornography? Because he's losing some excitement in his life or living relationship. I'll give us the tips. Some tips. It's not an exhaustive list, but some tips on how to keep the blues away when emotional love begins to ebb. You have to change gear. You have to change gear. Deliberately and intentionally change gear. Number one, it is the time to begin to work on the friendship side of your marriage. You will agree with me that you never get bored with your friends if they are really your friends. Because with friends, you develop such a chemistry that their value never fades. Even if you're away for some time, by the time you come together, you pick up and, you flow. So it is a time to build on the friendship side of love, because the truth is the friendship side of love, we keep love in the long run. 30 years, 40 years, when your energy has sapped, is friendship love that sustains love in the long run. Secondly, make room to love. Do not let routine overshadow your love. Don't be lost in the routine and you cast your love aside. Make a call to your spouse for no reason. Don't call them because you want to check up on the school fees. Has NEPA bill been paid? Has the plumber done the work? The car has been fixed. Just call them to say, oh, I just called to say I love you and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Number 3, create our moments, the time you spend just the two of you. No child, no work, no TV, no sports, just the two of us talking about ourselves. 4, be committed to your spouse, especially at those seasons that you don't really feel that you like them the way you used to. Be committed. I'm committed to this, my spouse, my husband, my wife, and I'm going to love them. Accept your spouse and keep your marital vow. This is very important, because when boredom comes, a lack of excitement, people begin to look for excitement elsewhere. They fall into the other hands or somebody else's bosom. Accept your spouse and keep your marital vow is vitally important. And make a conscious effort to love your spouse more deeply. Love, it's been said, is a decision, is a choice, is a mind thing. When you set your mind to love, you find out the juice of love is really going to flow. Make a conscious effort to love more deeply. Finally, reflect on the good times you've had together. Sit down, bring an album, look at the pictures, look at the trips you made together, the times you spent at the beach, the silly love things that you used to do together. By the time you do this, you find out that the emotions will begin to flow. There will be a reversal and, you can keep on loving. If you want to ask any question or you want to share insight on this subject, please feel free to do it and we'll address it. You can drop me a line on mymarriagegym.blogspot.com.ng, or you can send me an SMS on +234 802 306 2762, +234 802 306 27, or you drop me an email on mymarriagegym.gmail.com. Keep working on your marriage and it will work for you. Bye-bye.